Alright, so yes, hello. I have been playing my Ultimate Iron Man, or Iron Woman, recently, and it's just been so much fun, and it's going to start popping off in terms of progress soon. And I wanted to just take some time to show and tell a little bit, and like, I don't know, just hang out while I knock out the rest of this grind that I'm on. Currently doing a bunch of farming and thieving, but just want to do like a, you know, a show and tell. Oh no, bank pin on my ultimate. Account integrity ruined. Okay. So, yeah, if you want to access any world storage, you have to enter a bank pin. I gotta protect my bank. I gotta protect all my seed dibbers. Which, soon TM will be doing barbarian farming, but not yet, because requirements and reasons. But, yeah, so, yeah, show and tell. So let's look at the bank for starters. And by bank, I mean deathbank, which if you ever see me type DB, that's what that is. It's, deathbank is when you purposely die to a boss, and then your stuff stays there, and then you pay to unlock it, and you just retrieve it bit by bit, or all at once if you're trying to reorganize. Some people use Zulra, some people use Nightmare. I use Hespori. Zulra doesn't really give you a choice of how you're getting your items, and Hespori really lets you choose and pick, which is nice. But when you go to get items out of your death or your item retrieval service, your IRS, you can't just take like 5 of something. You have to claim the whole stack. So it's not just like banking with extra steps, it's banking with like a lot of extra steps, and you have to really think about it. Like, whenever you're death banked, you basically become a high-risk hardcore, and well, like you're basically on high-risk world. Like, if I die anywhere that isn't safe death right now, I lose all my goodies. I'm a hoarder in this sense that a lot of this is trash, but because I'm afforded the space right now, I'm just gonna do it to get away with, because I can get away with it. And like, by the time I can no longer get away with it, my space will be taken up by items that are so valuable I would never consider keeping some stuff. So to keep track of stuff, I use this awesome plugin, Dude, Where's My Stuff? And it sort of lets me see where I've squirreled things away across the world. So I've got, so far, 33 mil GE value. And in Hespori right now, 14 mil. I just took a bunch of herbs out of there, so I was at Guardians of the Rift. I didn't want to start over, so I left my pouches in there. I've left some pearls. I was getting started on going for Ring of the Elements. Ring of the Elements is a really good item for doing construction. And also, I'm just like not wearing a ring right now. I was camping dueling for a while, but at this point it's not necessary. And my Catalytic Talisman, gotta keep that until Morning's End Part 2, unless I want a really miserable time. Again, like, stuff like Green D'Hide Chaps, like, that's that's trash. That is something I can get from a shop if I want. But because I have it with me and I had room, I was like, it can stay. Like, cute clue item. Like, this can go in my POH. But something like the Guthix robe legs, I'm going to be wearing them pretty much every time I deathbank until I find a good alternative, because as soon as I put them in my POH, I cannot take them out again until I have the full Guthix robe set, which could take a while, and I'm not necessarily willing to commit to that. Same kind of thing with like the VAMs. I mean, I currently have access to like black gloves. I'm gonna go on a quest spree soon, but yeah, like, yes, I could get spiky VAMs again, but oh, they're just so nice. Like, I just like having access to them, and I like to flex climbing boots G. Those fantastically can just be withdrawn at will from POH, but I don't remember what I was doing. I was just too lazy to put them back in. Like, they're here, whatever. And yeah, so I have like a ton of seeds. Some Calquats, I'm probably going to hang on to that stack for later. They're just so easy to spam, and it's not a big deal if they die. I'm going to keep the hardwoods. I got more hardwoods in there. Purple sweets, because why not? You know, for the top arc. Well, a single Catentine seed that I have to remind myself I need for Soat later. And then, yeah, like, a bunch of these are from, like, stacking up stuff for contracts. So, well, it's a white berries, Jaeger berries. This is from my earlier thieving grind. Like, a ton of, like, low-level seeds. A lot of poison ivy. Those are, again, medium contracts. And some nice shinies. I got lucky. I got Master Scroll Book. That's pretty cool. That is -1 inventory space, but oh man. And yeah, same thing with the miter. Like, that's actually kind of huge. One of the other things that we use for storage is stash units, and it's actually really great because you get to go and like you dig a hole, or right, like, you have your bush, and then yeah, okay, you're doing clues and you're in Varrock and you need your red cape and your chef's hat, but like, I go to Varrock and I'm like, oh, I'm level 82 farming, I'm gonna go get a garden pie, right? Let me grab my chef's hat from the stash rather than going and grabbing a chef's hat from somewhere else every single time I need it, or cluttering up my inventory with it. So it becomes like, I've been fleshing out these easy ones, like, Catherby one is nice, having the silver sickle made. I haven't been able to figure out if it will take a silver sickle B. That would be really nice, because then I could use it whenever I need to go and get more mire fungi. But yeah, there's, you know, been putting some work into getting these fleshed out. Made this account like just over a year ago. I haven't been playing it consistently, but definitely when I play it, I get really into it. So those are the stash units. And then in my POH, I've got, of course, the LMS Suffer Cape, but I've got the Team Cape Zero, which is just so fun for flexing at crabs. We do have Graceful. We do have the Best in Slot Mole Slippers. We've got an Amulet of Magic Tea, which is like extra convenient. What else? Spirit Anglers there. Salad Ropes are really not going to get any use, to be honest. I have 67 magic. There's my stats for now, but I can go get Mystics if I really want. Got some good stuff for later, like the boaters and stuff, headbands. And a single Hellcat. I have no idea how I've managed to limit myself to one cat, but we did it. With one cat. And yeah, other than that, in here, some loot from chambers. Been doing a lot of pickpocketing. Gotta get the extra rare raw jubbly drop from Marky Knights. Did quite a lot of farming contracts. and a little bit of, actually a fair bit of clue scrolls from time at getting 65 melees and getting 70 range at crabs. And for when we get 70 Slayer, we do have the Mystic Boots Light waiting for us. Again, I can't withdraw them, so, well, they will be rotting in the bank for a while. And yes, we did go to Chambers, and yes, I did participate. I wanted some Lizardmen fangs, and it was more fun than, stone chests or whatever. So we've got ourselves a tablet. I can do the thieving rooms. I can scav. I can sort of do Ice Demon. I can hit the Chop Chop. But yeah, just returning to Chambers over and over again and seeing that it gets easier each time is really rewarding. Like, I think I snuck in there when I had 32 hit points at one point, and we went in again recently, and that was just like, hey, wait, I can sometimes hit these things. You don't do much with the Dork Bow, so yeah, in terms of actual weapons, I don't really have access to much because I decided I really just want to set myself up for the long haul, because the more work you put into like your prep in advance, the less you're going to be super inconvenienced later. And I'm not a really sweaty person, but I do appreciate like a thoughtful macro approach that isn't torture. So it's kind of where I'm at with that. And yeah, I did a lot of herb lore. We're at 68 herb. I have probably 74 banked if I full sent everything. So I could stop really at any time, because really, you know, 70 for Song of the Elves is plenty, but I want some money right now. So what we're kind of working on is Artie Knights. There's 100k there, but I've stashed some money at LMS in case something happens. Of course, if I die, whatever I have on me, I can hang on to, no problem. It's the Spory that gets, it's all this that goes poof, which would suck. So essentially what I'm trying to do is get to a place where I'm content with having used up enough seeds and like done enough contracts where I'm happy with like the herb XP I have stacked, so that I can start running around again while holding all of my potions and not being afraid that I'm going to lose all my potions at any given time. Because if I die, it's just my stuff goes to the ground. It's whatever. But in here, I'm risking it. And then, so what's in the looting bag? We got a couple oopsies in there, but it is pretty much all just farmed stuff. Yeah, it's all farm stuff. Just a few select seeds that I decided to hang on to. There's no good reason to have orange seeds. I just, you know, there's no good reason to have this many strawberries, but I keep throwing them away and I keep getting them, so I just gave in. And yeah, it's show and tell. So it's kind of where we're at with it. And at this point, it's about, right, I was saying piling up cash. So we probably need about 2 mil, maybe less. I would like to trade smithing. Smithing would be done most likely at Giant's Foundry. Blast Furnace is viable. The sad thing is you just sort of have to throw everything on the ground, and that's a bit of a miserable time. It's like, yeah, you can run gold ore just like any other account. You can just buy the gold ore right there and put it in, but then you're dropping each one on the ground bar by bar, which I did do really, really early on, and I just went, oh boy, that's not a great time. And then and then you know, Giant's Foundry is not necessarily any better because really you can make maybe 3 swords. I think 4 if you are fully death piled. And it'll be probably a little bit expensive. So smithing is definitely a pain point. Like Herblore is a pain point because of the inventory management. And smithing is a pain point because of how slow it is and how expensive it is. Yeah. So, other than that, I really like quests, and I'd really like to get to questing sometime soon. We've done a bunch of quests actually. Currently, Dragon Slayer is being put off due to the tutorial skip meta, but that could change with the polls coming soon. Like, it's possible that, like, I don't know if Konar, I don't think Konar is going to be getting dragons removed from her table, but it could make low-level Slayer more interesting. So I won't say that I hate combat, it's just, it's not the time. We got a lot of stuff to do before we can really jump into Slayer in a way that I would, like, again, give me the quality of life that I'm looking for, so yeah. But other than that, we have access to Avas, we've got Animal Magnetism done. Karen Favor doesn't exist, although I went through it, rip. So I would say, well, we've finished our favor, but oh well. What else? We have Fossil Island. No, I'm not doing birdhouse runs because I can't do anything with the nests yet, so they would just get thrown away. So that's kind of for a later thing, but Fossil Island is good to us in general. What else do we have? We have been to the desert. I'm coming for you, Desert Treasure. I will get there. We have canon access for a later time, maybe after Soat, maybe when Zalcano happens. And yeah, just a lot of kind of starter quests, you know, starter farming quests, starter combat quests, stuff like that. I did make it through one small favor. That was pretty fun. And Recruitment Drive. Recruitment Drive is very weird to do when you have to death pile. I think at some point during the quest, I received 3,000 coins, which I had to like immediately throw away. It was really, I can't remember why exactly, but it was bizarre. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at with that. And let's do a herb run. Let's do a herb run. Okay, so Snapegrass is ready. And again, I'm not the most efficient person, but if you care a lot about efficiency, UIM's not really a game mode for you, I don't think. There are definitely people who are interested in doing things as fast as possible, and if that's your game, cool, but for me it's just about like appreciating doing things a little bit differently and slowing down and kind of learning stuff. Like the other day I was cooking swordfish in Artie and I was thinking like, has anyone ever used this range? Like, has anyone opened this door? There's cakes right there. Like, what am I doing with swordfish? But I wanted to use them up. I had some noted swordfish from Temperos, and I have Warriors Guild access now, so I have, that is kind of the go-to source of food. There's of course like Brimhaven Bar. You can buy Bawans and sorties there too, but Warrior's Guild is fantastic. So at the start of a herb run, we always have to wonder, how many different herbs did I plant last time? That's gonna tell me how hellish it's gonna be, and it looks like we just did all Irrit. This is just the time tracking thing I like to use. So since it's all Irrit and not like 4 different completely random herbs, it's not going to create a lot of pain for us. We're going to be picking up limpworts and Irrit. So that basically determines whether I am going to teleport to bank some stuff. But since I just finished a farming contract, we're going to see what Guildmaster Jane wants. I'm going to just pie right before I talk to her to try to spam my way into a hard contract. And she wants a maple tree, which is actually kind of good. I have a yew planted, but I don't have any with me, so we're gonna take all. I had no idea for the longest time that you could just take all seed pack, by the way, instead of spam clicking. You can just, yeah. Alright, so no maple. Sad. A lot of people skip the trees, but we just plant whatever we have. So let's see if we can get something else. Oops. Yeah, give me something else. Yes, please. Can you, like, not make your dialogue so long, though? Some Irrit! That's fantastic. So I happen to have pre-planted Irrit. It is a fantastic herb to pre-plant. It is, in fact, it's like my first choice of pre-plants, so that's great. I can just pick this up now. Of course, in checking for the maple, we now have all this garbage. So first I fill my seed box, which currently has hardwoods, the 2 cacti, poison ivy, and a giant stash of Hespori seeds, which one day we'll use up. And yes, so I need to get this Irrit out of the patch, which means I'm probably gonna just throw away that. And I am rocking the fire staff, otherwise like some people would, you know, wield that to save a spot. I mean, you don't really need this, but I need all the yield I can get, so I'm willing to just sit through a little bit of suffering. And I like to clean these because I can note them on the leprechaun, but if I have to clean them afterwards, it's an extra step when it's time to do herblore, and like, believe me, herblore does not need any more extra steps, so it's good to clean them. Sometimes you get grimies as drops, and you eventually kind of learn like which things tend to drop grimy, but that's not super applicable for me right now. And so again, I'm gonna pie and try to get a hard contract. And she wants a yew tree, which, how good are we? This has been here for like 30 hours. Anyway, we did it. Oh no, please talk to me before my farming level falls. Buying preserve? Yes, we made it. She wants a dragon fruit tree. I don't think we can do that. But Pushy, you already have a dragon fruit seed. Yes, I do, but this pineapple tree is still growing. If there is a dragon fruit tree in here, then we wait and sit on it. Otherwise, we downgrade. It's it's roulette. Oh boy. It's about to be chaos. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be one of these days. Alright. So sometimes you just get too much stuff and you're like, now what? So, remember how I said I need to check whether we teleport before doing this herb run? Yeah. Okay. We've gotten ourselves into a mess. So so now what, right? Like what? Oh my god, how do you do a farm run? You have literally no space. That's okay. Don't panic. It's gonna be okay. So first thing is, I'm gonna hold off on this guy, not worry about it, and see if she will ask for something else that I might have. Because also, like, protecting that is going to be annoying. Okay, she wants a cactus. So my pre-plants are snapegrass, watermelon, whiteberry, cactus, and irit. And I just kind of know that she's likely to ask for those things. So we got lucky on that. Although she's going to want to give us another seed pack, and I am not about that right now. So we're just going to go ahead and do the herb run and come back. I wanted herb seeds. I got my herb seeds. Good lord. Okay. So yeah. So at this point you kind of look around and go like, okay, do I have trash? Like, do I have things I want to stash? Or do I throw things on the ground? There are people who just juggle stuff by throwing it on the ground. If you're in a place where, you know, it's inconvenient for you, right? Like I could just, you know, yeet those, grab a seed dibber, like get the snappy D in there. And there we go, and then pick these up. And then I want to hit it with the ultra compost because risks are bad. Yay. And we recycle, so the bucket goes back in. Yeah, so this is kind of how you can finagle a herb run, but at this point this is a little bit miserable. So, yeah. Am I having fun? Yes, I'm having a lot of fun. It's show and tell time. Okay. So I would eventually like to do a herb run, but that's how that goes. So we're gonna create a bit of space. A little bit of roulette, a little bit of space creating. What do we got for trees right now? Okay, we could do lumpy varrock with our these guys, but I don't really want to. So what I'm gonna do is throw away these. Someone can just enjoy their 2 acorns for free. And we have jewelry box at home, grouping teleport to LMS. The reason for that is that it's now possible to put items in a looting bag within the Pharaoh's Enclave. And so that is where I go to bag up. And literally just from here, like without actually going into the official wildy where I'm risking, I can just use snapegrass on looting bag. So, and same thing for Irid. So that stacks. It is full, but these are items that I'm stacking up anyway. A lot of people don't know that, and yes, I agree, this is a bit cheesy, but this is just how it works. You can actually bag down here, which means that, let's say you're over in Edgeville, right? So people will minigame telly Soul Wars, and then you can Edgeville portal. Sorry. Minigame teleport Soul Wars, and then you can Ferox portal from there. And so from down here, I can actually bag up, which I'm not going to do because I'm done dealing with that for now. Okay, so that's 20 minutes on cooldown. Obviously, it's easier to have Ring of Dueling, but I rip through them so quickly that, frankly, it's fine. I just wait for the minigame telly. I usually haven't used one super recently, so I'm okay. Yeah. Alright, so this is a mess, but we're gonna do a herb run anyway and deal with the rest after. It's fine. You're like, how are you gonna farm with this much space? It's okay. I think we still have Entity Hider. Oh, we don't. Okay, I had Entity Hider on at Arty Nights, but I like to visit people when I do my farm runs. And since we're currently rocking just the Arty Cape 1, because I've been staff, that's our fun little run to this patch. Yay! Alright, so order of operations, I can see that I can get that Avanto out of my inventory, so we're gonna start with that. Oh boy. So it's a little bit busy at the farming patch, and I'm gonna have to be a little bit quick. We're gonna do this for sanity. So this is just one way to farm. Like, there's definitely people who will grab, you know, a herb sack and let it stack up in there. Especially if you're going the Slayer route. And people will, you know, they'll do a Slayer task and they'll be like, okay, now I have enough seeds to do a herb run. But because my main goal is actually not farming right now, even though everything looks like it's about farming, my main goal is thieving. I'm not worrying about it because thieving takes no space. It takes like the space for a coin pouch. And yeah, so it's just so easy to get things through contracts. And by the time it comes time for me to actually start Slayer, quote, start Slayer, I'm gonna have so much, like, oh, see, again, efficiency, you can just do that. By the time I start, I'm gonna end up, like, with so many potions and so much quality of life and so many unlocks that it'll be really, really cozy. Always ultra compost the herbs. Oh, well, do it again. The number of times I've done that, I can't even tell you. The other thing we're working on getting rid of is the watermelon stash. So this is for making super compost and then ultra compost with the ash. And getting that cleared would be great. But if I stopped at all of these, I would never finish my herb run. So I just use the big one at the farming guild. It's just cozier. Yeah. Alright, we made it out. We now have enough slots to kind of get somewhere. I'm sorely tempted to open this, but it will not end well. So, yeah. Let's go plant dwarf wheat that we can't clean. Remember how I said I was going to check how many different herbs I planted on the herb run to see how bad the next one would be? Well, the next herb run is gonna be messy. That's okay. Oops. But yeah, it's an interesting way to play, and like whenever I go on my other accounts, I always feel so rich. Like, what do you mean you can just pick all the herbs? We had chambers and the inventory is just... I just keep my gear on at this point and like use half of my inventory to farm because I'm used to it being like this now. And I mean, like these pineapple and willow, like it's not especially precious. It's just all XP is good. And I'm also kind of looking to see, do I have other fruit trees stacking up or not? I currently have been throwing away a lot of like apple seeds and stuff. That's definitely not really worth time. But sometimes you get stuck. I'm gonna do this again, aren't I? Sometimes you get stuck on a contract and then it's like, hey, give me an acorn. I need you to grow an oak tree, and you're like, I just threw 20 of those away. And then it takes you 40 minutes to find an acorn, and you're like, what is this game? And so that is kind of the main reason for the hoarding at the moment. Because these kind of like annoying, piddly, finicky, ends up working out later when someone's like, do you have this? And you're like, do I ever? Oh yeah, this is my POH. There's definitely a few things in here that are really precious. So Kitty, of course, stays here for quests. Rushing costume room, if you're gonna make a UIM, like getting 42 construction to build a costume room is so good. And I'm not just talking about like random event outfits. Talking like being able to store clue items, even if you don't do clues. Like, you will eventually do clues on UAM. Being able to store your graceful, I would say, is like one of the big ones. Like storing proselytes, storing graceful, storing the rogue's outfit, right? I can switch between them. If I try to like remove this, it's gonna give me the whole outfit. So yeah, we're not gonna deal with that, but yeah, having that there is really, really big. The other thing I use a lot is tool stores. Because you can learn where all the spawns are, but having a tool store in your house, just knowing you can... Oh, hello. A pie. Okay. Where is the pie? You're like, why would you take a pie? You just spend like 20 minutes messing around with your inventory. Well, you know, she's nice. And then I just have a bunch of teleports to anything that uses water runes. That way I don't carry water runes with me, and we're just gonna sell this meat pie. Okay, that wasn't worth it, but nobody was shocked. Fally is also just a really long run. I mean, like, it's very annoying. And the Falador Farm patch, I don't know what is going on with it, but it is just cursed for me. Like, if this Irrit lives and the Limpworths live, I will be shocked. Fally, don't lie to me. I composted you. It was just showing. Okay. Okay, fine. This time it decided to behave, but all day long I was getting trolled by this patch. Oh well. Alright. Move a friend. Oh yeah. That's a lick for sure. Okay. It's fine. This is fine. Yeah. No, please go away. Oh. I have to shift-click walk through him to get my stuff back. Falador is the worst because I'm out of run energy at this point, and then I'm trying to get between the Lep and herbs. I like changing my camera angle a lot. I'm sorry if it's jarring. I fidget with WASD. Alright. We're getting there. Now we're gonna clear this dwarf weed out, which is great. There's some highlighting in my inventory, and that's just to help me see more quickly what the super low tier seeds are. Okay. Yay! And look, now we have a luxurious 3 spots. Soon to be more. Nope. Oh boy. Our lender's not bad. I could absolutely throw way more stuff on the ground, but I won't. At this point, I don't really need any more limpet roots. It's just I have so many seeds that, you know, why not? Yeah, it's getting loud. Let's turn it down a bit. I've turned it down a little bit more than slightly. Sean Paul does go hard. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want the music to be too much either. Okay, we're almost at the end of our little herb run, and then we can deal with all this nonsense. I don't normally chain multiple contracts right before a herb run, but it does happen. And yeah, so our Mauritania is Frankenstein's castle because the ecto file is for chumps. No, I actually have partial completion of Ghost Ahoy. I'm not doing it with my inventory looking like this, so I'll finish it someday. Okay. And actually, like, a faster thing to do would be to bank these tools immediately after picking this. But, yeah. Should we play Seed Roulette? See if leaving them on the ground is gonna get them sniped. It's always fun. One time I picked up a stack of, like, I think it was like 21 pineapples or something like that. Between like 11 and 21 pineapples. And I didn't know what Ultimate Ironman were. Like, I've been playing this game since 2018. I didn't know. I just picked up this, I was like, oh cool, some like extra stuff like someone doesn't want. And this player was just like, my pineapples, why did you take my pineapples? And now I know that it was an Ultimate Iron Man who was trying to make compost. I felt so bad. See, it, so they turned yellow. Someone could have taken my precious XP. Don't say I never take risks in this game. Okay. Alright. Yeah, oh man, barbarian farming is gonna be really good for me. Okay. Yeah. Trying to save the Iridan Corm for later for farming guild, but it is what it is. Like, if you run out, you run out. And now that we're all out of run energy, it's time for the longest of runs. I was trying to figure out, like, there's 3 agility shortcuts here. I'm pretty sure that the one over there to the south is not... I'm not supposed to, like, run to that, am I? Am I really? I was doing it for a while, but I don't know. And we pray going past the trolls because you just never know. If I DC and this thing bashes me to death, I will lose everything. It would be very sad. They ignored me today. I want this shortcut so bad. Oh well. So, yeah, this is the last part of the Herbrand. And then we bag up. It's always fun people up here. What a legend. He's so green. Yep. That's how it goes. Nothing quite like the farming community of RuneScape, am I right? Okay. Let's finish that. It's actually like some decent herb XP this run, like all irrits. I'm gonna get about 50. It'll be really nice. Usually at least one dies. So yeah, when I say I'm thieving, I'm spending, well, not as much time as just now on a herb run, but sometimes. I'm actually not completely done yet with the farming, so yeah. Oh no, it's up! Don't take them from me, Kevin. Okay. Alright. But my arm will protect this patch, so let's plant some Irid. Kind of annoying. Like, it would have been good to get rid of the Hairlander, but oh well. Okay. So we now get ready to go over to Ferox again. See, it is down. And slow rolling it. Haha. So what I like to do is sort of decide before I go over there what's going in the bag and line it up. At this point, it's fairly obvious what's going in the bag. It's things that are already in the bag, but I can use the dude where's my stuff to help me figure it out. So the noted stuff for sure, and then it's sort of like, am I going to plant the Celastris? What even is it? I thought it was a special. Oh, it is. 85. Potato cacti times 8. So, like, I don't have potato cactus right now, which tells me, alright, we'll put it away. The use will keep, because our trees are up. These can just go. And then, yeah, our trees should be up. So I'm keeping the magics planted. I think I need to dig up certain roots. I think it's Fally where I have to dig up the roots. Can't remember about Gnome Stronghold, but I'm leaving that for now. Taverley needs to stay as Willow until I get Ring of the Elements, just for ease of balloon transport, because that is actually how I get to Lumberyard, believe it or not. So I'm pretty much planting Veracolumbi. I think Gnome Stronghold as well, if it's worth replacing. Pretty sure Gnome doesn't need me to have a magic tree there. So essentially we have Veracolumbi Gnome to play with, and then the Farming Guild I try to plant yew or maple. So if we have Veracolumbi Gnome, we can hang on to these guys. Plant them now. Yeah. And then we're rocking the pineapples. I had a lot of palm trees planted right before I started spamming pineapples. It's a bit sad to downgrade, but like XP is good, so Yeah, so we'll hang on to the pineapples for tomorrow. Which means back to Ferox we go. Alright. And yeah, I think I'll just yeet that. I do keep track in a notebook, just because I don't necessarily intuitively know whether I've kept too much stuff to rebag or not. And you would think, well, when your bag's full, you're out of space. That's when you know. Like, yes, but also no, because I have all this stuff at Hispori, and some of it is more valuable than others. But I see that in my notes, which like they're handwritten, that I did allocate a spot for Celastrus seeds, so that's great. I have 3 more slots available for like if there's something I want to save before death piling. It only really matters if you're like wasting looting bag space or being really silly with the looting bag space. Like, these strawberries should not have gone in that bag. Like, that was not a good call. But hey, you also have to enjoy yourself. And the strawberries are cute. So that's how we're doing it. Yeah. Alright, so we did it. We finished a herb run. However, we never actually dealt with our sorry for all this the menu clicking. We didn't actually resolve the contract, and I haven't dealt with my compost situation. So, it's time to get rid of some trees. Let's go back to the farming guild, because it'll be easier to do over there. Like, I usually go to Cami, but yeah. What actually did she want? I cannot remember if she wanted a dragon fruit tree. And I was like, lady, in this economy, we're not doing that. But yeah, those like high tier things we're gonna do if they're situationally logical, and otherwise just like keep them for later. Because I do have some coconuts. They're just not on me. It's like, you know, if you go somewhere and you forget your wallet and you're like, I swear I can pay for this. I'll pay back later. Yeah. Okay. So, hi. I've completed my first. Oh yeah, she was holding the the yew tree reward for us. Oh no, what have we done? So yeah, this is the entire game mode essentially in 5 seconds. Is yay! I got an item. Oh no, I got an item. What am I gonna do now? You just sort of feel the pull of that. I didn't, but I didn't bring a pie with me. So, here we go again. We have a yew tree. I'm trying to think of whether we have enough of the hard contract stuff to warrant getting a pie. And you know what? We're just gonna go get the pie. So, when it's pie time, we come to this stash. I should have just brought a max cape. Be much easier. And we buy them from the Cook's Guild. Getting a jewelry box fleshed out is going to be so wonderful for this account, honestly. I'm really looking forward to super high construction levels. It's actually such good quality of life. Like, so much more for this account than others. Oops. No, don't sell the rogue's mask. That's very silly. Okay. Feeling lazy. Since Teleback. I don't think I've done that before, actually. I'm trying to be conservative with my supplies, but depends how I'm feeling. Alright, we have our stupid pies. Let's go back. I'm sure they're delicious. Let's see, examine. What are we gonna give for a good steak about now? Oh, RuneScape is not vegan friendly at all. I was really hoping it would say, like, filled with delicious vegetables fresh from the garden. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. I guess I've had this off the whole time. Congratulations, everyone, on your achievement. I'm focusing. Okay. We're back. See? That wasn't too bad. Just a little detour. That's all. Just one small favor. Right. Hey, lady. Palm tree. Okay. I see how it is. Anything? Any shinies? Absolutely not. Okay, so we will be downgrading. Please be something I have. Watermelons, excellent. I have some ready to go. Alright. That's actually fabulous. Pineapple willow stack is getting out of control. I don't like it. Oh no. Okay. So. I just love seeing people doing their farm runs. It's really fun. So, hear me out. Why are you putting extra things in your inventory? Because we're actually gonna make a sapling, and then we can note these saplings, and then it'll be less onerous. Nice, okay. If I cared about efficiency and had more space right now, I would actually just be putting these watermelons right into the bin, but I haven't dealt with my compost yet, so they're gonna join the backlog stack. Because 4 is not what I want to be, or 6 is not what I want to be playing with when I do compost. I want like 8 or 10 slots. Which is usually what I have it down to when I'm farming. It's not usually this many things, but just keep getting darn rewards from was it Jane? Farm lady. She's just so generous. And we're greedy, so yeah. Alright. Let's hang on to these because we don't know what's coming next. Yep, and there goes our boost. Hello. Dragon fruit. She really wants the dragon fruit. Are you gonna give us dragon fruit seeds so we can plant it? Or are you just gonna be like this all day? No, of course not. Okay. Well. No, so sometimes the hard contract is like, just grow like some watermelons or grow some, grow a tree you already have planted. But that's fine. Jangerberries, well, that'll be probably the last one for the night then. Because I usually pre-plant whiteberry. Even more chaos. Alright, there we go. So now you can actually note saplings. So now I have an extra spot. That's great. Okay. And we do not care about these apple trees. I am so sorry. But they have to go. The seed box is really nice. I can just... Oh, no, I cannot. Oh, wait, they're right here. Haha. That's the other berries I had in my storage. Okay, so where are we at? We have these two that I want to plant, and we have these that can go away. We got some papayas, which is fabulous. It's quite a backlog of fruit trees, and I don't really want that many, to be honest. So let's really okay. Let's get some trees planted. I do have a beautiful stash of cactus spines, but they are in there. I could probably protect one of my trees. I'm also like seeing the allotment patch is empty, and that's making me anxious, but it's fine. Like I already said, I've got Jangerberry. It's gonna be growing for a while. I probably won't get to that tonight. So, all right. So seven spines. We'll take a little detour. Go get some more in Al-Kharid. And then we'll try to protect the one at the farming patch, or the farming guild, and the other one is just gonna get the YOLO treatment. And that's okay. I think a lot of people would say to store their used seeds in the seed box rather than some random farming contract related seed, because you could just thieve more of them. And I definitely see that side of things, but because I'm just doing this activity pretty much to the exclusion of other things other than thieving, I just suffer with it. Okay. Yay! So, let's plant... What are we doing? Farming Guild. We're gonna go back to the Farming Guild and deal with that. It's gonna be a lot of backtracking today. So... But I think this is pretty representative of what happens when you get in over your head on a skill. It's sort of problem solving and pathfinding and stuff like that. But it helps you just slow down and, right? Like, if I had run energy or teleport directly into the farming guild, would I be seeing these cute squirrels right now? Shave the tail and you've got a rat. Oh my goodness. If you don't examine random things in RuneScape, you're missing out. Leafy ferns. And just butterfly that I can't catch right now because I'm walking. Also, like, how many soldiers do you need outside the farming guild? Are they guarding the T-bow spawn? Alright. We're back. It's time to use the bank. Gasp. So, I can't just note and unnote anything I want, it's just that I happen to be farming and I could get the leprechauns to note anything farmable. But to unnote anything noted, I go to the bank and use it on the bank chest. If I try to actually just use the chest, it'll say no. If I try to use a seed vault, it'll scold me as well. No. Okay. But now we can pre-plant this U. But we don't have a spade. I never have a spade when I'm wanting to do this. Alright, thanks Rosie. Cool. And we're gonna go to Varrock where somehow an oak tree has died. I don't even know. I don't want to talk about it. Well, we're gonna YOLO a yew tree. Oof. I'm sorry, oak tree. You didn't make it. Okay. So we're just gonna, you know, ultra compost and hope it works. It's okay. If it doesn't, at least I don't have to carry it around anymore. And then Lumpy Gnome is ready, which is good. I could plant some willows. Ah. Alright, fine. Catherby's not bad though to use for making saplings. Whee! What's up, Vanessa? Yeah. Give me some willows. And I was only reminded recently that I can note saplings, so I'm really tempted to like pre-make a bunch of willows for later. But I may just end up eating them on the ground, so whatever. Some people approach this from the perspective of if you're not going to use it, don't even pick it up. And that's fine. But there's also a perspective of don't throw things away until you need space. Because the number of times I've like almost immediately needed something like right after I've gotten rid of it, like, oh, I don't need this chisel or this spade anymore, and then I just get a clue or I get a random event or I just find a gem and I'm like, oh, I need a chisel, I need to get one again. So When you feel like the friction of needing to create space is like the time to get rid of stuff. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working out pretty good. So let's get rid of these white berries, and then this like excess of fruit trees is not a good situation. So we have I think I'm just gonna stash the papayas for later. Because they are more XP, but I have so many pineapple trees. I don't know. It's whatever, to be honest. Don't need to agonize over it, but thing is, realistically, tomorrow I'm gonna be looking for 5 fruit trees to plant, so like it's stupid because if I throw away the pineapple stack, then yeah. Then I also have to grab pineapples, and the pineapple trees aren't going to give me enough to protect. So, get yeeted. That's going to use up another one of my slots, though. I have 2 more spaces available before the world implodes. Anyway, they're out of my face is the main thing. Yay. And our saplings are ready, so we can go plant. Yeah, I mean, these are just things I don't think about on my other accounts. Like, nor should anyone need to, but it's a fun exercise. Because, yeah, people are constantly telling me, oh, I could never play that game mode. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't think I would either, but it's actually really immersive always being out on an adventure. Like, it's me and my backpack. Well, I don't have a backpack on right now, but it's me and my backpack, okay? This is my backpack. It's backpack bougie, and I just get to go on adventures in the world all day. It's great. And then this bank standing. No, actually, the closest you really get to bank standing is like a form of like walking between a bank and a general store repeatedly or something like that, or walking between the GE banker and the herb guy, right? Alright, let's get the hell out of here. We gotta go to Gnome Stronghold. We'll go via GE, I think. Cutting down a magic tree to plant a willow is pretty funny. We're just taking XP. XP good. My friend. Yes. Chop chop. Okay. Awesome. Are we free? Are we done? Is it over? What are we working with here? Okay, so we have 1 fruit tree and 1 regular tree on standby, so we're chilling there. Oh yeah, see, look at all that space. Oh, we're getting cozy again. Yay. Okay, believe it or not, we're still not done, so it's time to go back to the farming guild. Because I need these out of my inventory, so we gotta keep moving with that. But we have some peace and quiet because the jangerberries need to grow still, so. Thankfully there's no more contract chaos for a little bit. Just other kinds of chaos. Alright, so... First, we're going to get... Oh, I probably don't need that, but that's good. We're gonna get the allotment patches down. And the pre-plants are snape and watermelon, which are also useful for me, which is great. Okay. And then this cactus tree needs a replant. Pick up extra spines because I feel like yew seeds are still like a fairly common drop in general, like common enough that at least later on they'll be worth planting yews in magic, so yeah, I hang on to this. And where's our cactus? I think it's in here. I can almost guarantee now that I'm replanting this, she's gonna be like, where potato cactus? I'll be like, I guessed wrong. What do you want, Alan? I don't... Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. Cadaver berries? I don't think so. I already did my Romeo and Juliet quest, thank you. Okay. Dope. Alright. I'm gonna be honest, a single cactus vine is going on the ground. That's just, no. Okay. So now we get to do compost, which... yeah, ideally... I rock like 15 open slots. Like when I did my first round of making compost, I just had 15 slots in my inventory open. I grabbed pineapples from charters. I ran around, filled all the things in the world up, and I just did that every hour, and that worked pretty good. But that is not the reality I'm living in now. So here's how I do it. I switched this to default quantity all and 7 buckets, and I just AFK. Chillin'. And then I have to remember to switch the all back to 1 because I'm gonna be cursing when I have 5 spades in my inventory later. It happens often. But it's great because you get to meet all the compost homies. Who we got? Tidy bag. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a UIM. It's a UIM. Oh my god, yes. Wait. No! Why no white helm anymore? Sad. Tidy bag. A woo? Oh no. Please? Please still be a UIM. You're not though. I see you on the Iron Man high scores. Oh. I'm so sad. Well, I hope he has a ring crossbow. So you went to the deranged archaeologist. Oh well. Yeah. People making fun of UIMs in general is one thing, but UIMs who have de-ultimated really hurts. I'm sure this player has reasons. Is that a speedrunning graceful? You do you, man. Okay. Oh well. Okay, so we did it. I remembered. And now I get to do this in reverse. And unnote my watermelon's over here. I'm so sad. Did he just DUIM? Or maybe I'm reading it wrong. What happens if I look up me? Wait! No, I'm still on the Iron Man high scores. He is another ultimate. Oh, oh well. Bye. It's a good name for an ultimate. Unfortunately, I do not have a tidy bag. It is a mess. Although I've heard from friends who play Ultimate Iron Man that they will like deposit their items into the looting bag in a very specific order so it looks like aesthetically the best. As a like very non-visually oriented person, that is like, I don't know whether it's something I aspire to do or something I will absolutely never do, but that's definitely a look. Right? When things look really clean, people enjoy that, and seeing something like this when you look at your screen, it's like, oh, that is not clean. Oh my goodness. How do you even do that? It's like, we're just hanging out. Just being in the game world. But yeah, what I was showing today is the reason that training herblore is so difficult. It's because training farming is very difficult in terms of inventory. And one can certainly let seeds stack up in a seed box and then farm that way. But if you are, you know, really set up for combat, you probably don't have that much space to work with. And if you have, I would say like 8 spaces is pretty cozy for farming. But if you're working with less than that, well, I mean, actually, if you're working with less than that, you're worse supporter than I am. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. So, We finally have everything down. And we've got time before our herbs pop up again, which is nice. So yeah, now I can actually go train something. We did it. I can now go join the absolute chaos that is Arnie Nights. What kind of specimens do we have over here today? Shout out to Splash Worlds. The water park does a lot of work. Like, Tipsy Splash is fantastic. But bye, guys. Yeah. Ah, a pillar. Now that is peak gameplay. Am I right? Yep. So now I have like just a bit of time to. I guess that's not a great sound for you to hear. I have a bit of downtime to click 600 times per second and thieve. It's actually not too bad, even just with like Artie Cloak 1 and no dodgy necklace. It's okay. Like I'm 85 thieving now, so definitely a lot less failing than when I first got going. And I despise blackjacking, so I won't be doing that, but thieving just requires me to have 2 slots open, like one for coins and one for pouches, and then I'm chilling. So yeah, that is what I've been doing for the last few days. Although I kind of stopped to explain everything, but that's essentially my loop right now. And I've got some pretty big aspirations for after, when I'm rich. I've got my 65 defense now, which means I can work on King's Ransom, which is really nice. I was at Guardians of the Rift working on getting runes and gold for construction, although I'm so close on the construction grind at this point, like 68 construction. It's not too bad. Either way, I was still thinking about maybe camping Temperos. Just get 70 cooking at Temperos. I'm like, where am I at? I'm at 67. So if I camp Temperos until 70 cooking, I should also get a fair number of noted planks. And then I can train construction, finish it off with like wood cutting construction if I need to. After that, I need to, like, well, probably before that even, I would need to rebag to, like, process all my herbs, make all the potions. That is going to take a really long time, just because of how the unnoding works and the decanting. Like, if you don't know, essentially, you can manipulate the number of things that get unnoded based on your inventory, right? Like, if you go to a place like files, vials, whatever, yeah, you can say, give me 5 of these, but realistically, if not training in Remington, like, you're probably going to be training at the GE for most things, or at least stopping at the GE at some point. And that means getting Bob Barter, I think it is, to decant your potions to 1 dose, because they fit neatly in your inventory that way. And then you can manipulate how many you want out. So if I wanted like 3 watermelons right now, and I go to the bank, it's gonna fill my inventory with watermelons. So what you would do is you would just take off like 3 pieces of gear, and then you have 3 slots available, and then you put the gear back on. You've got your desired number of watermelons. And so effectively when you train Herblore, you unnote like vials to fill your inventory, then you drop half of the vials, then you unnote herbs and it fills the rest, so then you do herb into vial, and then you go and you get your secondaries. So you may have to leave to go and get them on the spot, or you might... Oh, my little guardian is helping me out. I have pickpocket guardian, and it's set at 15, so I don't take so much damage that I lose everything. But yeah, it's a fair bit of like unnoting and whatnot. Beyond just collecting secondaries, it's just sort of click intensive, action intensive in terms of like a lot of running back and forth and stuff. So yeah, but it's extremely satisfying, like when you have tons of Herblore XP stacked up and you're just, it's finally time, like it's very exciting. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool, especially because now I am 68, almost 69 Herblore. So all the, like every level moving forward is going to be pretty meaningful. And yeah, like, that'll be nice. So once that's done, finally, I probably want to train smithing. That's what this money is for, mainly, is the smithing grind. So you really need to death pile or death bank for that. And then I can play the game. And, well, I mean, I have like 93 quests done at this point, but then I sort of have a bit of an order of operations for questing. So smithing doesn't have to get trained until my first round of questing, but it might be nice to get out of the way. So I've got a few quests to do, and then I need a smithing level, and then I need a slayer level. And then a bunch of quests I can knock out. Like, once all, like, I'm not going to carry all this stuff around with me. What's going to happen when I decide I have enough Herblore XP is I finally let go of all the contract herbs, or all the contract seeds. And then the seed box just gets, like, I'm thinking probably Hesperate, Teak, Mahogany, and whatever herb seed that I want to hang on to. Maybe use, maybe magics, maybe a high level, maybe Calquat, something like that. And then I just will plant the good herbs as I get them. So all of this is going to go away, and I'm going to have a ton of free space. And then I get to go questing. So I'm finally gonna go, like, finish Troll Romance. I'm pretty sure that guy can hit me 38. And so I'm too scared to do it right now while I'm risking all my herb. But I'll do it later. So yeah, troll romance, and of all things, rat catchers, because that gives me a Port Sarim telly, which is fantastic. Yeah, so that'll be a really good one to get done. And what do I have? All of the cat quests, like all of the, you know, Ichlarin's little helper, that's a really big one to get done. It's just needed for so many things. Rat catchers, get that out of the way. I'm looking at my list that I have numbered in a strange way, and I'm like, where's number 4 on my list? I have no idea. But yeah, all the quests. Like, important ones and insignificant ones that have been annoying me that I don't have will be doing those too. And then, when I'm satisfied with my ridiculous quest spree, it'll finally be time for, you know, Monkey Madness and Temple of Ikov and Desert Treasure 1 and Underground Pass and the whole, like, Soat quest line. That'll be time. But we kind of need a decent mage level before that is viable. So I'm just hoping that, you know, all of this nonsense teleporting around will add up. And then Mage Training Arena is slated to have some quality of life updates, and I'm really excited about those because, well, I've been there. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I spent a lot of time there getting early magic XP, and it's actually decent, and that will be where I go back. Whether it's with GP to fund the runes or crafted runes from Guardians of the Rift, I don't actually know yet, but that is probably what I'm gonna do. And yeah, like then the game's gonna really start opening up. There's a lot of quests you can knock out. Like the Fremennik series is gonna be a bit of a time because you got a death pile for that. You can't take anything in with you, and that's just scary, you know. Like even though I know how it works, I'm just afraid still. So yeah, I want to be doing those like sketchy, dangerous things at a time when I can like pile and save up a bit. Essentially, like if I get everything out, right? So let's say I do have a looting bag with me. If I have a looting bag with me and then I have all my other stuff with me and I die, I just need to get back to where I was and get all the stuff back in time, and then like probably go get a bag, fill the bag, go back, pick up the rest of the stuff. So once you have more than 28 items on you, then it gets more chaotic. Just another reason why I want all of this stuff dealt with first, all the farming stuff done first. But, you know, it's a lot of fun. Oh, I have some enchantment points. We've got, it's in a decent place. Like, the count's coming along. I'm getting close to 1,500 total. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think I felt particularly confident about getting there, even though, like, these are just sort of generic early Iron Man stats when you look at them. They're not, like, they're not anything particularly special, but like each of these was some ridiculous grind, right? And that's kind of neat. Oh yeah, another reason I need a lot of cash is because I might have done a little bit of fletching. So, there might be, oh, I'm in the wrong tab. There might be some arrow shafts to fletch. And as I was making them, I was like, you are creating debt for your future self. Why are you doing this? But yeah, they're there, and I really enjoy fletching. I see people asking, how do you level up your crafting as an Iron Man? And the answer is glass make sad face. Charters or giant seaweed and sand mining. Yes. My early crafting was very slow charters. Like Port Phasmatis charters. And then I did a comical for like a non-RuneScape player amount of shooting stars, but like a medium amount of shooting stars for average player. And so that netted me an absolute ton of gems to cut, and that got me, look at that, 61 to 68 crafting. Not a single seaweed spore in sight. So that's cool. I also have been just crafting any random ore I get into whatever I can find. Bracelets. I made some tiaras for a while too. Yeah, so that was nice. And definitely in terms of meta, in terms of, you know, if you do need to gather your stuff yourself and you don't have drops from PVM, then it's gonna end up being super glass make on lunars as the that'll be my next best option. But stars is chill, and high mining is really great to have. It's just good utility. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to lately, and and that's the core loop. We're ready to send another herb run. So you saw I didn't have much peace time for peace there, but since I'm kind of at threshold here of like 15, that does make me slightly anxious. So I will, like, even though I know I'm okay, what if I'm not, right? So I'm just gonna cake up before we head out. Alright. And yeah, that's how that goes. Got our trusty little cheat sheet. As if I like don't know what the farming patches are by now, but yeah, it's just nice to have. And look, guys, this is this is huge. This is what leads you to feel rich on accounts like this is space. Space is the currency. It's not. I mean, drops help, sure, but lack of having to carry something around. And I get it, like, UAMs get trolled a lot for, well, you're just looking for ways to bank and stuff. But no, it's not that. It's just different ways of interacting with the world, right? like actually using your POH. Like, I know so many mains who will, they might do like a clue grind and then they have like a ton of cash and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna go buy all the items I'm missing so that my POH is full, and then it looks nice and it just rots in there. It's like, I actually use my house, man. Like, I really enjoy using my house. Having stuff put away that's mine, properly mine, and like, that's very satisfying to me. So anyway, we're gonna gain some slots here, and it's gonna feel nice. That's where you get the dopamine of, ooh, I used it up. But remember how last time it was all irrit? Now this time it's gonna be not that. That is gonna make it not particularly cozy for us. So definitely I can see like using a seed box and then just waiting for one run full of a particular one would be good. Yeah. But yeah, we'll do this herb run, and that's probably enough for now. Did not even plant any limpwort. What have I done? What? Why? Why? Who does that? What's wrong with people? Okay. Someone's gonna regret that. I like to catch essence simplings because they frequently give me runes that I like to use. And if I'm on the way to Catherby and it's not that, then I just sell them. There's a lot of sort of selling things to general shops. Like, of course, alking is a thing, but not for stuff like this. Alright. Oh, why are you like this? Dwarf weed as well. I cannot clean dwarf weed. One day. Oops. Oh my. Left click is killing me. Plain toast. Love it. What's with all the adventurer graceful people? A wildy boy? Interesting. Of course not. Yeah. I love seeing people on farm runs. That's the thing about farm runs, you know. You could camp a boss and run into a bunch of people who are wearing the same gear as you, or variants of it, or who are trying to crash you or whatever. But farm runs are the great equalizer. Okay. What are we doing? I'm gonna plant some here. For a time, I was doing allotment runs as well on here, but then I had planted all of my snape grass, which was quite a lot, which was well, the current stack is at 1400, but that's just what's left after having planted all of them before and used them in herblore. If I start spamming allotments, which I was for a while, then I don't have enough like strawberries and stuff to keep the contracts going, so this essentially just prevents me from having to thieve seeds. Because Master Farmers is not a good time. Even at like 85, it's like... I don't know who hurt them, but it's not a good time thieving them. So here we are afforded a little bit of flexibility because I'm totally gonna get a clue from this young impling. Yo. Clue. Clue? Clue? Please? Cake? Okay. Sure. Thank you. Anyway, bye runes. Oh boy. Right. Well, nothing has died on us, so that's good. We have some thieving chat, people. Where's the clan going? Hello, clan. Whoa! Our friends are absolutely sending it. It's nice to see. Yeah. So that is farming. Or one way of farming. Oh, we have an extra spade. Yeah, we'll plant you it. Well, thanks for hanging out. I'll finish off these few herbs and that's all for now, but I'm glad I got some time today to do a little bit of show and tell, look at where the account is at, because we're gonna make some kind of big moves soon, so it's exciting to check in. Yep. I will catch you next time. See ya.